Now, as some of you know, I'm currently traveling the country um, in my right-hand drive van from Japan, and I want to document my journey. But for some reason, there's this voice in the back of my head telling me, not so nice things. It's like a self-doubt. Uh, I don't, I don't know why I can't easily do the things that I want to do. You know, like when I'm driving, I have all kinds of time to think, you know, and then when it comes time to do the things I want to do, like make content or say certain things that I've been thinking about during my drive, it's really difficult for me for some reason, because like I said in previous videos that I made, it's you have all kinds of thoughts going around in your head. You're thinking about all kinds of things, and whenever you are trying to talk about these things, you have to talk about one thing at a time. And what I struggle with is picking something to talk about and not getting distracted and actually making sense when I'm talking. I want to make content, well, not really content. I want to document my journey. I don't want to vlog. I don't know what I want, and I don't know what I don't want. I'm trying to do good. I'm trying to be the best version of myself, but for some reason that's so difficult. And I think I'm not alone with that. How do we be more than regular? I think the first step is just believing in yourself. And that's something I'm working on. I gotta stop saying I don't, because that's a negative, I am currently listening to an audiobook called The Secret. And in that book, it's basically saying whatever you tell yourself will happen. So if you say good things about yourself, you keep the negative thoughts out of your head, good things will come. Whereas if you always think bad about yourself, nothing good can come from it. And as some of you know, I have lots of things I regret and I still think about, and I'm trying to move on from that. We're not all perfect. I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, have been in my shoes at some point. Like if we could put all of our energy, if we can, how do I word this? If we could put all of our thoughts into reality without hesitation and just like be the best version of ourselves easily, then we would be amazing people. And I like to think I'm a good person, but I'm not the best version of myself. And that's something I'm working on. And one way that I've felt helps with becoming a better version of yourself is social awkward immersion. So for me, I want to document my journey, but I'm scared of what people think. Like, for example, right now I'm parked up next to the side of the road. I'm at my storage unit. They're closed, so I have to wait till tomorrow morning to get all my stuff. But there's cars driving by, and I'm in my head, I'm like, they're looking at me, they think I'm weird. I got a flashlight on me and I'm talking to nobody. But that is something that we can't let that affect us, because what I'm doing is not a bad thing. It's not illegal. This is just me, trying to speak my mind. Whether anybody watches this or not, this is helping me narrow my thoughts, because like I said, I don't know if I said it in this video, I've restarted this so many times. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna restart it again. I don't know. I don't fully believe in myself. I don't fully I'm not confident in myself, and that's where I'm lacking. That's like the third damn train that's gone by in like less than 20 minutes. I want to take advantage of this point in my life where I'm traveling. You know, what I'm doing is interesting, you know, and I got to take advantage of what I'm doing. You know, traveling the country in a unique vehicle that most people have never seen this vehicle that I'm driving. And I'm traveling the country. I started in Arizona, went to Tennessee and Alabama, and then up to Michigan, and then to New York, and then back to Michigan and Illinois. I just came from my grandparents in Illinois this morning, and now I'm in Tennessee, and tomorrow I'm going to North Carolina to hang out with my cousin for the weekend, and then from there I'm going to Florida, and then back to Arizona, and then California. I want to take advantage of this position that I'm in and document my journey, but for some reason it's so difficult for me to do that. I can't get past that mental barrier, you know, like if I had all the faith in myself and I never hesitated and I just did what I want to do and put all of my mental energy into reality without effort, you know, I would be a far more amazing person than I already am. And the simple fact that I get really frustrated at myself when it comes to this topic, because I know I can do great things. I know I can turn my future into something amazing if I just put all of my mental power into, you know, I struggle with words, so bear with me. What I'm trying to say is I think you can already guess, or you can, you know, English is my first and only language, and for some reason I struggle so terribly with English, and I know why. It's because all of these thoughts, you know, bouncing around in my head, it gets overwhelming, and when it comes time to put my thoughts into words, it's challenging, and that's why I do this. It's kind of like a mental therapy. It's like I say it's like a diary, but it's more like mental therapy. It's to kind of calm my brain, and I recommend any of you watching this doing what I'm doing. Just talk to a camera. You know, I know everybody's busy. You know, we all have friends that we can talk to, but for the most part, you know, everybody's busy doing their own things. So this has been helpful to me since I've been out here for 6 months traveling for work. I do this sometimes where I sit in front of the camera and I just talk about what I'm going through, and it kind of calms my mind down. But I want to do more than that. I want to make content. I want to, you know, document my journey, because this is a special time in my life, and I don't want to waste it just because I have this voice in my head telling me that it's not worth it, that it's pointless, and the fact that I have friends that tell me that they thoroughly enjoy the videos that I put out, my Snapchat stories, they'll watch all of it and they really enjoy it, and they want me to do this, and I want me to do this. And I'm sure there's some people watching this right now who are going through a similar thing that I'm going through. I think everybody has this issue where they want to do more than what their brain allows them to do because of that self-doubt. And I have a lot of it. And this is me exercising my mental, you know. If we have a cleansed mind and a good soul, and you know, we think good about ourselves and we don't second guess what we do, life is so easy and we can be great. But we have this, it's like my mind is trapped in a prison, and I'm like, I am my own worst enemy. Everybody is their own worst enemy. And until you practice, you know, I'm not one to talk because I'm still terrible at whatever it is that I'm trying to do in life. I'm only 22, so I'm still young. But for some reason, I feel like I should be in a better position, you know, and that's my downfall, is that I think I should be doing better than what I am, where I'm at in life. I feel like I should be further ahead in life, or I have this regret that I still think about, or I still think negatively about myself because of, you know, certain reasons. And I know that I'm not alone in that, but at the same time, you know, a lot of people don't do anything about it. They just accept that they are less than what they know they are capable of. And I want to be more than what I know I am right now, if that makes sense. I know I can be more than what I am now, but I don't want to let myself be in the same mental state that I currently am. And the only way to break free from this mind prison is to put in the work, even if it feels pointless. I'm talking to my phone right now in a parking lot. Why am I doing that? Well, I already told you. I have, before I came out here for work 6 months ago, I never smoked, I never drank, and now I'm smoking and drinking, and I'm trying to wean off of that. I'm trying to do better things for myself, trying to occupy my free time with more healthier, more beneficial things. And for some reason, the most simple things feel so impossible. And I think it's mostly to do with that mental prison, you know, like, oh, quitting smoking is too hard, and quitting drinking is too hard. To be honest, I don't think I'm gonna stop, at least just yet, you know. We can't be the most perfect version of ourselves at a snap of a finger, you know. It takes time, you know, just like how every video I put out gets a little better. Every day is a new day, and I get closer to becoming that person that I want to be. But it's not going to happen if I don't put in the effort. And I lost my train of thought once again. But bear with me, I got more to talk about. I want to be more than just an average person. I think everybody can agree that they want to be more than just a regular ass person. But that takes dedication, motivation, self-love, self-encouragement, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, I've been struggling with mental health, and that's my downfall. There's so many people who are just happy all the time, and they already know that they're great, and they already know, I'm not that person. I have things that I'm working on, and this helps me. Whether anybody watches this or not, this is purely for me to try to become a better person, because I want to be a great person. And if you're still watching this, you also want to be a great person, a better version of yourself. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't know how long I'm going to ramble on for. I have all night. And for me, the most meaningful things come out of my mouth like later on in this, because like I said, whenever you're writing an essay in school, the introduction's like hard, and then you get to the first body paragraph, and then it becomes, you start flowing, and that's me whenever I'm trying to sort through my chaotic thoughts. It's hard at first, and then once I start talking, it's easier to sort through my thoughts, and then automatically they become more organized. And how do we become the best version of ourselves? How do we become more than average? I don't know about you, but being rich sounds nice. Some people are born into it. Other people become lucky, Some people have to work for it. I want to be rich. I think everybody can agree they want to be rich, but how do you become rich? I know making videos isn't going to make me rich, but it's a start to get my mental in the right. It's a start to get me on the right path. To becoming a better person, you have to first work on your mental health, and like I said, I want to document my journey. And you go on social media and you see all these people that make it look so effortless. There's people out there that make a living off of just being themselves on social media. And I think that's partly due to the fact that they're already in that good headspace. They already believe in themselves. Just wanted to make sure I'm still recording. Me personally, I fully believe that life is meant to play out the way that it's supposed to play out. Whether you force the worst thing to do is try to force things to happen, because at the end of the day, your life is going to play out the way it's supposed to play out. I like where I'm at in life right now. Sorry, noise distracts me. The train, and there's a guy over there yelling. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back to you in a little bit.